Today I'm going to give you 5 conversion rate optimization tips you can use to grow your email list faster and get more sales. After this. Hey, welcome back to ProfitCopilot.com. My name is Mick Maney and this is all about helping you to get better results online. So today I'm going to give you 5 conversion rate optimization tips. So this is going to help you sell more stuff, get more leads into your funnel, build your email list quicker, all that good stuff. So the first one that I've got for you is to reduce the amount of form fields on your website. So when someone can type in their name and their email address and their physical address, all that stuff, get rid of everything you don't need. Only use what is absolutely necessary to continue the conversation with them. So this lets people save time so they can sign up quicker. Nobody wants to fill in forms on a website. It's not a pleasant experience. It reduces your amount of work too because there's less information for you to process. And this isn't just some theory that sounds good. This has actually been tested on multiple websites. For example, a website called Imaginary Landscape, they increased their conversion rate by 160%. So they reduced the number of form fields on their website from 11 down to 4, and that resulted in their conversion rate increasing by 160%. Not too bad, right? The second one that I've got for you is to use a contrasting color on the call to action button. So you might have a subscribe button or a buy button. The trick is to not focus so much on the actual color, but focus on the contrast. So how it relates to the rest of the page. You really have to make it stand out. I know that there's a lot of debate online, mainly with newbies, trying to figure out if the buy button or the subscribe button should be yellow or should it be green, should it be red. It doesn't really matter too much. There is a little bit of research which I'm going to explain in a minute, but generally it's all about the contrast. So it has to be a vibrant color that stands out against the rest of the page. Now, with that said, a sociologist at the University of Maryland, and he's called Philip Cohen, he found that the color blue on a call to action button increases trust in both men and in women. And a website called Performable, they increased their conversions by 21% just by changing the color of their call to action button. The color doesn't matter, it's all about the contrast. But let's think about this, okay? If Philip Cohen found that the color blue increases trust, that doesn't necessarily have to be on the call to action button itself. Just seeing the color blue has an influence on us, just like seeing the color red, because they're opposite ends of the color spectrum, so they both influence us in different ways. So ultimately, you want to make sure that your call to action button stands out against the background and it stands out against the rest of your page. So you might have a blue and white theme running through your website. So the background might be white and then you have blue elements such as a header or a sidebar. In that instance, the best color button you will probably want to use is red because it is the polar opposite to blue and it provides the most contrast. And that is a good way of deciding what type of color to use on your pages for your call to action buttons. Okay, and the third tip, I think we're on the third one now. So the next one that I've got for you is to put your call to action button above the fold. Now, if your call to action button is currently above the fold, remove it to below the fold, and I'm going to explain why in a second, okay? But first, Unbounce. The Unbounce website, they increased their conversion rate by 41% by moving their call to action button above the fold. Now, if your call to action button is below the fold, it means that your prospects have to be highly motivated in order to scroll. But this could be a qualifier in itself. So it might mean that you're only engaging with prospects that are highly motivated and more likely to buy from you. But a marketer, Michael Aagaard, he tested this. So he did a split test of above the fold and below the fold. When he moved his call to action button below the fold on a long form piece of content, his conversion rate increased by 304%. That's astounding, right? So it really comes down to your audience. This is something that you might want to test. So if you currently have a call to action button above the fold and you're not very happy with your conversion rate, test it. Test everything. This has to be the most important part of conversion rate optimization. Testing. Every niche is different. Every audience is different. Every offer, every website is different. The variables are astounding, so we need to test. Okay, so the next tip that I've got for you to help you increase your conversion rate is to stop using stock photos. This is a pet peeve of mine, but I am just as guilty as anyone else. I fell into the trap of thinking that stock photos look professional, they look slick, surely they create the right kind of image for my brand. I fell into that trap too. But this really comes from the theory that showing a face, a human face on a website increases trust. It builds rapport faster. It increases your likability. It makes the website a bit more human. So for that reason, I do think it's a good idea to show a friendly human face on your website. You know, we're trained, we're programmed to recognize and remember faces. It's one of the things that humans are best at. We have this natural ability to remember faces. So using one on your website is going to make your brand a bit more memorable as a result. But you gotta stop using stock photos. They're not authentic. Everyone uses the same pictures, so it makes your website look a bit generic. And at the other end of the scale, it just makes you look kind of fake. So if you can, use a real picture of your actual face or whoever represents your company. I mean, the Marketing Experiments website, they split tested this. So they took a stock image versus a real image, and they found that opt-ins, their conversion rate increased by 35% from that simple change because the website looked more authentic. So that's going to be an absolute must, right? Okay, so the final one that I've got for you is to add your phone number to your sales pages and to your opt-in forms. So this increases trust. It proves again that you're a real person, that you're accessible, you're easy to contact, and that you're around to provide after-sales care and support should anything go wrong, either during the sign-up process or the sales process or with the product afterwards. It makes you accessible and it makes you more trustworthy. So add your phone number to your sales pages and to your opt-in forms. Okay, so now you've got 5 conversion rate optimization tips that will help you to get more sales, get more leads, get more opt-ins, all that good stuff. So I'm going to leave it there for today. I hope you found this useful. If you have, hit the like button below, subscribe to the channel too, and you'll get another one of these from me most likely tomorrow. So thank you very much for checking this out. I hope you have a fantastic day and take care.